So, since I consider myself a good listener, and I'm told otherwise, I thought that some of you may be in the same boat. So, we called in a professional. That's right. We leveraged the power of Flooring America and Flooring Canada to bring you the foremost expert in his field. A man who works with Fortune 500 companies to develop the listening skills necessary to bring out the absolute best in all of us. Please help me welcome Mr. Milo Shapiro.
Good morning, Flooring Canada and Flooring America. So he referred to me as a listening expert, one of the foremost listening experts in America. I guess in a way I sort of am, but right now I'm just someone at a conference like the rest of you thinking, it's 8 in the morning, the last thing I want to think about is listening, let alone doing it. And like most of you, I'm an entrepreneur. The reason I got out of corporate America was I didn't want to have to answer to anyone and make sure I listened to them carefully, make sure that I knew just what they wanted from me so that I wouldn't make any mistakes. What I came to realize was once I was out on my own, starting my business in 2000, so we're going 14 years now, my listening skills had to be better than ever. I had to be listening to my customers. I had to be listening to my employees. And I had to be listening to all those people who knew better how to run my business. I went through all the exercises I did, and Keith said, you know, they all sound good, but do you have one that focuses specifically, that's going to bring them right in on listening skills? I said, we could play Simon Says. He said, Simon Says! Again, keep the excitement under control. So don't jump up just yet, because I know you're thinking, if I can just win that prize. The idea is to see if you think you're a good listener, can you? And where do your expectations of what you think you're going to hear get in the way of what you actually hear? So I'm hoping everybody is on board to try it because the game officially has begun. Simon says hands on your head. Easy enough. Simon says hands on your shoulders. Hands at your hips. See? Okay. So if you just put your hands on your hips, sit down. The good news is you're not exactly out. You have a far more important role than anyone who's currently standing. Your role now is to catch your colleagues. Because I can't do it, there's 500 of you. If you see someone, this is about self-policing and catching your friends. And if they catch you, sit down. I'll go ahead and sit down while I go over the rest of the rules. So while we're going through the next, if you sat down or even started to, you're out. Okay, so Simon says hands on your head. Simon says hands on your shoulders. And back to your head. Got you that time. Have a seat. Okay? If I do something physically that doesn't match what I said, you go by what I say, not by what I did. Simon says hands on your hips. Simon says hands on your head. Simon says hands on your hips. Oh, no, I got a lot of you on that one. If you put your hands on your hips, you're sitting down. Oh, we have so many liars in here. Simon says hands on your head. Simon says hands on your shoulders. Move your elbows to the middle. Ooh. Move your elbows back. Simon says hands in the air and out to the side. In the middle there with the white shirt. Simon says hands on your head. Simon says hands on your knees. Simon says hands on your head. Simon says hands on your hips. Got a bunch of you on that one. How are we doing? About half. Good. Some of you sat down with a smile and was like, oh, well, it was worth a shot. At least I was trying. Some of you sat down and you're going to hate me the rest of the weekend because I gotcha. Simon says hands in the air. Simon says wave your fingers. Simon says hands out to the side and then back to the middle. Nope, in the back there. Simon says step to the right. Left hand up. That was out. It's hard to see the people on the edges. We got 2, 4. Could you guys come to just the edge of your line so I could see, and the people at the far edge move in just a little bit over there? I think we got one of the 2 of them on that one. It looks like we have about 20 people left, so I think it's enough that we can get them on the stage. What do you think? Bring them on down to the stage. Congratulations. Yeah, the people who started coming to the stage, you can sit down. Okay. Simon says, if you're still standing, come to the stage. And let's actually, if you're sitting, Simon says, give him applause. Simon says, face this way. Simon says, put your hands on the shoulders of the person in front of you. Simon says, wiggle your fingers on their shoulders. Now bend your knees a little bit. No? We got one. Yeah, but you're bend your knees. I didn't say Simon Says bend your knees. Sorry. Yeah, your ass. This is not a negotiation on floor. How about $5 a yard? You know, there's no negotiation here. Simon Says turn around and face this direction. And bend your knees. And jump high. And keep jumping this time. Oh. Simon Says shake hands with your partner and put the other hand on their shoulder. Come a little closer. Good. And then turn so that your back is actually to Simon Says turn so one person's back is to the audience. I'm not going to knock them out because they didn't know what the other was going to do. There we go. Yeah, it didn't matter. You're fine. No, you're fine. My fault. Simon Says one step back this way. And look them in the eye. You look. 1, 2, 3 of you, if you would just step forward. Ooh, caught yourself. Simon Says hands out to the side. Simon Says hands on your hips. Getting it close here. Let's find out who we have. And where are you from, Michael?
Baltimore area.
Oh, but I didn't say Simon Says. Yeah, sometimes our clients want information, sometimes they just want our attention, sometimes they're not listening either. And we wiped out everybody but you. We have a winner. Congratulations, Craig. Oh, if you head over to that table over there, they have a prize for you over there. So yes, it is 8 in the morning, but the reality is if I were to ask, I bet a lot of you are showing up at 8 in the morning. And whether it's your staff or clients who are waiting at the door or a vendor, we can't use the excuse that the cup of coffee hasn't kicked in yet and that we're better listeners at 9:30. Someone's counting on us. At this conference, the co-op has got all kinds of information in store for you. So whatever you have to do, whatever time it is and however many cups of coffee it takes, give them your full attention because what you get out of the co-op is what you bring to it and it helps everyone around you. Thank you for your time. A pleasure working with you all. And now on with the show.